Number 39 is a difference quotient problem. So definitely I need to write some work down. So first, well, let's look at the function. I got a binomial quadratic. F of x is x squared plus 5x. Part A is asking you to find f of x plus h. I'll tell you how to do this very easy, okay? This is how I do this. Look. If you want to do this, wherever you see x, I want you to draw parentheses. This is what Dane and Grossman and I figured it out. Like this makes it easy. Wherever you see x, I want you to draw parentheses. And you see there was x here and x there. So wherever there used to be x, I just drew parentheses. And guess what goes in this parenthesis? I'm going to plug in x plus h and x plus h. That's what you do. And then you have to simplify this. Let us FOIL x plus h times x plus h. Because if you tell me that's x squared plus h squared, I'm going to be quietly disappointed. That is not it. Plus, all right, let me go ahead and distribute this. That will give me 5x plus 5h. And let us FOIL x times x is x squared. X times h is xh. H times x is same thing as xh. I know you like to write it as xh, but the reason I wrote it as xh is because I wanted to match the term that I wrote previously so that I can combine them later. H times h is h squared. And let me bring down the plus 5x. They look like twins. Plus 5h. And what I need to do is combine some like terms. Okay, so there is x squared. Well, you notice there is these two. They add up to what? Plus 2xh, because there are two of them. That's plus 2xh. And then bring down that h squared. And I don't see any like terms, but this is pretty ugly. This is what? How many terms? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 terms. But hey, that's what it is. So I'm going to tell them this is it. Oh, I hope I don't make typo. All right. Be very careful over here. Let's type this very carefully. X squared. Because guys, you think that I'm getting these right on my first attempt. That's not right. Whenever I do these and I miss it, I throw away the video. I'm serious. But if you're watching this, that means this is correct. 5h. Okay, that is what f of x plus h is. So, you saw my trick, right? Wherever there was x, I drew parentheses. Okay, so if it was, because who knows, maybe if you are unlucky, Alex may give you something like this. A trinomial. Well, don't freak out if you see it and they ask you to find this and completely unrelated question, well, related but different question. What you need to do is this. Figure out where the x's are, and wherever you see x, draw your parenthesis. Oh, my Apple Pencil just died on me. Alright, I may have to just stop this video for 1 second and come back real quick. That's charged enough. Alright, let's go back and finish it. So wherever you see those x's, you just replace them with parentheses. Okay? And then what you do is you squeeze in the x plus h in there. If you can set that up, you can FOIL, distribute, and simplify. But the hardest part is figuring out that f of x plus h. So if you can write that part down, you should be good to go. Alright, let's continue to the next part. Next part is actually doing the difference quotient. But listen, we did the hardest part just now. The hardest part of the difference quotient is figuring out this f of x plus h. That was part A. Since we did it, we just need to subtract f of x from it and divide everything by h. Okay, so take a look. I'm going to go ahead and set up the difference quotient over here. And it's a big fraction, so I will suggest draw a big fraction and put the h in the bottom. I'm following this formula. Our answer from part A comes first. X squared plus 2xh plus h squared plus 5x plus 5h. You write that down first. And then we are subtracting this by, draw the minus sign, and do the parenthesis for me. Inside the parenthesis, we're going to put f of x. Okay, we're subtracting f of x. And f of x is x squared plus 5x. I suggest you draw a parenthesis because when we subtract, we're subtracting not only the first term inside, but we need to subtract all terms. So the signs will change. Okay, so if I simplify this now, I will get x squared plus, slow down a little too much for me. What the? Where did all that go? Where is it? I lost the whole thing. Oh, goodness. I have to rewrite these again. But hold on. I'll be quick. And then, after that, I had my minus sign and x squared plus, was it 5x? Oh, my memory. 5x, yeah. 5x in here. And I'm going to now simplify this. Like I said, I will need to distribute this negative to these two terms, which will give me h in the bottom, x squared plus 2xh plus h squared. It's just copying down that long polynomial. And then if I finally distribute to negative, I will get negative x squared. And then what is the sign of the 5x? That will be minus 5x. And if you guys did the difference quotient right, a lot of things will cancel out. For example, this x squared and negative x squares are opposite, so those are gone. I'll delete it. All of those are gone now. And what else? There is positive 5x and there is negative 5x. Because they are opposite, those are gone too. Gone, 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 gone. All right, anything else that cancels out? Not really. I'll write down 2xh plus h squared plus 5h all over h. But what you notice is that the numerator, all of them have h. This has h, this has h squared, this has 5h, this is 5h. So what I will do is I'll factor out the h in the front. That means that each are going to have one less h. So the first term will be 2x. Well, the second term is h squared divided by h. What's that going to be? That is h. And the last term, if I do 5h divided by h, that's going to be 5. And these are all over h. Why did I pull out the h in the front? Because you now notice that h can be cancelled out. So my final difference quotient simplified is 2x plus h plus 5. This is maybe the hardest problem on this test so far. All right, let's type that in. 2x plus h. Where did that go? Oh, I need to click on next part. 2x plus h plus 5. And I'm going to submit this test to see if we got this right. This was number 38. Oh no, 39. I started with 4% on this practice says I'm up to 55%. I'm so happy. All right, going to quick retake. Thank you guys for your patience. I try to do this very, I don't try to do these. I always do the problems very slowly. Look, you see the check mark next to number 39? We got that difference quotient right then. Alrighty, I'm probably going to do number 40 and stop for the day and probably do a little more tomorrow.